You want to be successful, right? We all do. But how do you define success for you? Personally, professionally, spiritually, relationally, financially, all the ways. How do you define success for you? Let's get clear on what you want and why you want it. And let's get clear on whose version of success you're going after, yours or someone else's. I'm going to give you 5 points to ponder. That's fun to say. 5 points to ponder when it comes to defining what success looks like for you. Hey there, my friend. Jenna Dexter here, Christian life and mindset coach for women. And this is Total Thrive. This is where you are empowered to confidently achieve your most thriving and purpose-filled life. But here's the thing. In order to know that you have achieved success, you have to define what that success looks like for you, an awesome Christian woman, obviously, who wants to live her life centered on the will of God. You have to be clear on what would be a successful career, successful relationships, your spiritual life, ministry you're involved in, what kind of lifestyle you want, what financial success looks like for you. Think about the various roles that you fulfill, such as friendships. Perhaps you're a wife, a mother, a grandmother, a mentor, an employee, an employer. In whatever roles that you fulfill, what does it look like to fulfill those roles successfully? So let's talk about those 5 points to ponder as you consider your definition of success. And stick around for number 5 because it kind of sums up the best way to think about success. Number 1, don't compare yourself to others. Now, it's one thing to see someone that you admire and use them as inspiration to pursue a level of success that they have. I admire Priscilla Shire. She inspires me to become an amazing communicator. I admire Annie F. Downs. She inspires me to write books that impact others the way her books have impacted me. But think of someone that you admire and long for the kind of success that they have. Maybe it's someone famous or a notable person in your field. Maybe it's a colleague or a friend or a neighbor or an acquaintance at church. And ask yourself 2 questions. What exactly is it that they have that I want? And most importantly, why do I want what they have? Do I want what they have because they are impacting the lives of others? Because what they have is a thriving family and great friendships? Are they parenting well? Do they clearly have a lot of joy and peace in their life? Is it because they have an intimate connection with Jesus and they have something with him that I would love to have? Are they doing something for a living that I would love to do? Do they have a ministry that is similar to something that I feel called to? Maybe they earn enough money to give away generous amounts to causes that I am passionate about. Those are all very worthy reasons to want what someone else has. Or do I want what they have because they have a lot of status? They wear designer clothes, they live in an amazing house, and are married to a gorgeous man, and all the things that, the American dream that every woman kind of dreams of, right? Okay, but let's just stop right there for a minute because while there is nothing wrong with wanting any of those things per se, let's do a reality check. Let's think about that person that I just described and ask yourself, but is what I see the reality of what is? How well do you actually know that person and what's really going on in their life? Years ago, you might have looked at Christian success coach and author and speaker Danny Johnson and thought all those things. She was a millionaire living in the big house with all the cars and the husband and the wealth, or so it seemed. But you would never know that while she was bringing in millions of dollars, she was in debt up the wazoo. Her marriage was near divorce. She never saw her kids. She had a heart attack at age 24 and a near nervous breakdown at the age of 25 because she was working 100 hours a week just to keep up with all of the things and the debt that she had and to pay off the debt and to pay the mortgage and to pay all the interest on the credit that she had out. She was literally killing herself. Does that sound like your definition of success? So before you go envying and longing for the life of someone else, you better know the full picture. As for wealth, there is nothing wrong with making a lot of money. God blessed Job with massive wealth. When Solomon asked for wisdom, God gave him wisdom beyond all reason and wealth beyond all reason. God has no problem with abundance. But as Danny Johnson eventually came to learn and teach, spending every dime you make does not equate to wealth. It equates to being stupid. She is still a millionaire, but she went from working 100 hours a week to working 20 hours a week, learned to invest her money so that it grows instead of costing her money to pay debt and interest on debt. And she gives a boatload of it away. In fact, that is her driving force for why she loves making money. She is gifted at making money. God has gifted her at making money, and He gifts perhaps you at being able to accumulate wealth. And having wealth can be an amazing way to partner with God and make an impact in the world. Danny Johnson's passion for building houses in impoverished third world countries is what drives her to keep making and investing money. So accumulate all the wealth that you want. As long as you are seeking God first, you are delighting yourself in Him, and you are partnering with Him and how you pursue your dreams and your vision for your life. Basically, don't let money be your God. Because Matthew 6:24 says, "No one can serve two masters. Either you will hate one and love the other, or you will be devoted to one and despise the other. You cannot serve both God and money." New Living Translation says, "You cannot serve God and be enslaved to money." Don't be enslaved to money. Which leads us to the next point to ponder. Number 2, don't keep up with the Kardashians. As Dave Ramsey says, we buy things we don't need with money we don't have to impress people we don't like. And as a former pastor of mine was fond of saying, we accumulate so much stuff that we have to buy a bigger stuff holder to keep it all in, right? You have to up level your house. I need a bigger house because I have so much stuff. I need a bigger house to keep it all in, right? And then you have to go and buy a storage locker to store some of it in that you never even see. You just pay money to store it. And it's not like there's going to be a trailer following behind your hearse, with all of your stuff in it. And if there was, what would be the point of that? It ain't going to heaven with you. Matthew 6:19-21 says, "Don't store up treasures here on earth where moths eat them and rust destroys them, and where thieves break in and steal. Store your treasures in heaven where moths and rust cannot destroy, and thieves do not break in and steal. Wherever your treasure is, there the desires of your heart will also be." Wherever your treasure is, there the desires of your heart will also be. Where is the treasure of your heart? Just check your heart and make sure that it is in alignment with God's heart, His will, His desire for you, and that He is the one that you truly worship. Not money, not a big house, not notoriety, not a beautiful Instagram feed. God is the one that you worship, right? Okay, so the third point to ponder as you define what success looks like for you: don't be pressured by the opinions of others. Just because everyone else in your family chose a particular path doesn't mean that you have to as well. Just because all of your friends keep asking you when you're going to have kids doesn't mean you have to have kids. If you don't want a 9 to 5 job, don't feel pressured by well meaning people who don't have the same drive that you have to do something that is outside of their comfort zone, right? Because it's their comfort zone they're more concerned with, I think, than yours. If you have the drive to do it, if you're ready to take risks and be bold, take risks and be bold, and don't worry about what they're comfortable with. Or vice versa. Maybe you grew up with or are now surrounded by a lot of entrepreneurial people who think that you should be doing what they're doing. Maybe you have friends who are jumping on the latest MLM trend and maybe being successful at it and are all, "Oh, you got to do this too. It's going to change your life." Well, you know what? If it's not for you, it's not for you. And don't let yourself be pressured into doing something that isn't you. Don't try to make it your thing just because everyone else thinks that it should be your thing. If you want to live in a van and travel around and work remotely and not have a mortgage or a rent payment, then by all means, be a van life person. I have a van life friend, and she is awesome and she loves her life, and you never know where she's going to be. And if she calls, you don't know if you're going to like suddenly see her the next day. So she loves that kind of lifestyle, and she is free and she is not tethered to anyone else's opinions of how she should live her life. The fourth point to ponder as you define what success looks like for you: start where you are, no matter what age or stage of life you're in. It doesn't matter what you have not done. It doesn't matter how different you thought your life would be right now. Let go of what isn't and decide what will be. Decide what you want to change, what you want to be better, because you only have one life. And today is the first day of the rest of your life, girl. I don't care what age you are. Today is the first day of the rest of your life. You can choose today to change your body, to change your appearance, to get in the best shape of your life, to get a new hairdo, to learn a new makeup routine and feel better, get a new wardrobe, feel better about your appearance and your body at whatever size it is. You can choose that right now. You can choose today to deal with past trauma so it doesn't keep you stuck in the past. You can choose today to figure out why you procrastinate and take steps to overcome it. You can choose today to take control of your finances, to get out of debt, to find financial peace and freedom. You can choose today to change careers no matter what age you are. And let me just say that life coaching would be a terrific way to transform your life on all of the above. Visit totalthrive.com to learn more and consider booking a discovery call to find out if coaching with me might be a right fit for you. Okay, so again, I say you can choose today to change careers no matter what age you are. Did you know that Julia Child was 50 when she wrote her first cookbook and launched her career as a celebrity chef in 1961? She was 50. Before that, she worked in advertising and media, and get this, secret intelligence. Fashion designer Vera Wang was a figure skater and a journalist before going into the fashion industry at age 40. She has since become one of the world's premier women's designers. Anna Mary Robertson Moses, better known as Grandma Moses, began a prolific painting career as an American folk artist at the age of 78. 78 people. Before that, she was a live-in housekeeper and farm laborer. She died in 1961, but in 2006, one of her paintings sold for $1.2 million. So don't tell me that you can't change your career at whatever age you are right now. Yours truly was a homemaker and homeschool mom before divorce thrust me into the workplace. I had no degree, no career, no nothing. And I had to figure it out. I kind of changed careers multiple times in the last 10 years. I built a successful Amazon affiliate website. I was an office manager, a marketing director, and a myriad of things on my way to launching and growing a coaching business and creating content like this. And if I hadn't stopped one day and thought about how I defined success and what I really wanted, I wouldn't be here right now. I wouldn't be impacting the lives of women the way that I get to do. I wouldn't be spending my days either coaching or creating videos, podcast episodes like this one, writing a book, and doing what I love to do. I also learned to play piano in my 40s, which was a major mindset shift to believe that I could do that, especially at that age. I had always led worship like my entire life practically, but now I get to lead while playing keyboard, and that is just mind blowing to me. So, girl, you can learn new things at any age. If you can teach this old dog new tricks, we can teach you some new tricks. Let's get some new tricks. So remember, start where you are at whatever age or stage of life that you're in right now. It's not too late, and the best is yet to come. Success is doing the best you can with what you have where you are. Mark Batterson says that in Win the Day, 7 Daily Habits to Help You Stress Less and Accomplish More. This is a book that I've been going through and reading and talking about right here as I read it. And right now, what I'm talking about is inspired by chapter number 7, Make Each Day a Masterpiece. And I'm going to be talking more about making each day a masterpiece in the next one. Also, I'll link the book in the description if you want to check it out. The fifth point to ponder as you define what success looks like for you, the one that sums up the best way to think about success, become the best version of yourself. This is sort of the opposite of the way we think about the first three. You become the best version of yourself by not comparing yourself to others, by not keeping up with the Kardashians, by not being pressured to do what other people think you should do. You become the best version of yourself by choosing to take action on your life right now, where you are at whatever age or stage in life you are in. You become the best version of yourself by talking to God about it and defining between you and God what that version of success is. Remembering to think about your career, ministry, finances, your spiritual life, your overall lifestyle, relationships, roles that you might fulfill as a mother, a wife, a grandmother, a mentor, an employee, an employer, whatever role that you fill in life. How can you live that role most successfully? What changes can you make? What habits can you create? What routines can you incorporate into your lifestyle that will help you take steps toward this level of success that you are now defining, right? In all the different areas, or at least one of these areas that we're talking about. Mark Batterson says potential is God's gift to us, and what we do with it is our gift to God. You have enormous potential, my friend. You have enormous potential to do amazing things, and you may already be doing amazing things. But I think that we can all think of an area in our life at any time. We're always growing. At all stages of our life, we're always growing in some way, shape, or form, with a relationship, with a work, with a whatever the thing is. There's always something in our life that we can look at and go, oh, that could be better. And this is what better looks like to me. Maybe you simply want a more successful friendship with someone. What does that look like to you? And what can you do today to make that friendship more successful? So, whatever success looks like to you in all of these areas, it's between you and God. But it's something that you should be intentional about thinking about and praying about and writing down. And if you can figure out how to become the best version of yourself, I think that you will have found success. Now, off you go, girl. Take time to define what success looks like for you so you'll know when you have achieved it.